My name is Marci Littleton, and I am a science teacher at Kilo School in Lewisville, Texas. This has just been the weirdest year ever for a teacher and for students all alike. Well, I guess for all of us, right? It's been very odd, but I've learned a lot for sure. I was able to stay at home because I have a son with special needs, and I thought this was going to be really hard. Well, because first of all, technology, teaching virtually, teaching high school, you're used to seeing the kids all day long, in their face, talking to them, building relationships. And I thought this was just going to be super hard. And although it's been different, kids are resilient. They've stepped up to the plate and they did what they needed to do. And I found that you can actually, as well as you can, build a relationship, in the virtual world. It's not the same for sure. I feel like, kids really do miss that interaction, seeing you and, every day, and getting to know you face to face, of course, has been really missed for sure. But, we just did the best we could, and it's been really good. It really has. Parents are busy too, and so teaching high school virtually, I think a lot of the parents, and rightly so, they're busy, they have other issues. Of course, so much is going on. Some families had family members sick, throughout the year. So I think a lot of times what happened is the high school students they had to take a lot of ownership this year, to take it on their own and say, it's my job. I've got to get my act together or I'm not going to get credit. And I think the biggest key to this year has just been communication. Sometimes I felt more like I wasn't really teaching science. I was just here as kind of a, just to bounce stuff off of, or to just reassure them that it was going to be okay and that they could get through it. I can't imagine anybody would go back 100% normal because, we've learned so much. And, our school is scheduled to open up. We've already heard, of course, that everybody's going to go back. However, my school has said that they are going to offer a virtual platform for those students who really excelled in it and who really wanted that. So, that right there is different because our school never offered that. There were things this year that I saw that kids, really struggled with, or topics that they really struggled with, or things that whenever I did something virtually, they're like, oh yeah, like a light bulb moment. And I'm like, well, that would probably work well in class. So, I can't imagine that it would be the same. I think it'll be a good marriage of the two, taking the old with the new and making it something better for everybody. It was awesome. Well, actually, the girl who nominated me, she sent me an email before that, and she just said, "Hey, Mrs. Littleton, I just wanted to know if it was okay if I did this." She asked me permission, and I'm like, "Well, sure, you can." And she said, "I really want to because you've helped me out a lot this year." And she said, "I think you're awesome." And she said, "Can I nominate you?" And I'm like, "Sure. Of course you can." And then for her to, be so thoughtful and to think of somebody else was really sweet. Our kids are really thoughtful kids, and it was so nice to be reminded that, they have all this junk going on, but, she took the time out and nominated me. And I told her that. I said, that was really sweet of you and thoughtful. And, you didn't have to do that, but I do appreciate it. I think that one of the biggest things that I want the students to know is that when they go back to school, I think some of them are feeling a little bit of anxiety. Isn't that weird? Like reverse anxiety. Because I've had some students mention that to me, like, okay, when we go back, what are we going to do? How's it going to be? And, I would just like to somehow reassure them that, once again, look what they did this year. It's not going to be much different. They're just going to have, they're so resilient, and I just want to reassure them that they're going to be okay. There's just so much unknown, and we don't want them to be worried or stressed, and just want them to know that we're here for them.